Good afternoon, Falcons fans. My name is Patrick Seals, and welcome to Week 9 edition, where I rate how disappointing the Atlanta Falcons are going to make me today. And we just played the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans, and guess what, man? We won, baby. Yeah, man, we won, baby. The party continues to roll down here in the ATL, man, and we just taking it one day at a time here, man, because this Falcons team, it's a doozy. They can do a lot of damage from the first quarter to the third quarter, and somewhere in the halfway point between the third quarter and the rest of the game, they just, I don't know, they disappeared. Today was a very heart-pounding and heart-racing game, but before I get any further, I want to go ahead and address that I will be having New Orleans native comedian Duke Desmond onto the show today, so I will have a time card for that. But right now, man, I want to read what Jeff from Hezipha has said to me. He said, I think we need to change coaching staff at the end of the third quarter. All of them. How we as fans mad at a D win? WTF, offense only ran 6 plays until the last 61 seconds. And what Jeff is talking about is, in the last quarter of the game, the Falcons were up 24-6, I believe, and our defense allowed 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and our offense only ran 6 plays until the last 61 seconds. That means we went 3 and out twice, not helping our defense out at all by giving them some rest time, anything. We were just out there taking up space and time until it was time for the defense to collapse and do what they did. But fortunately for us, the Atlanta Falcons were able to rally, move the ball down the field, get in field goal range, and Younghoe Koo sent us home. So even though we had a very tumultuous, yeah, that's what the game was. The game was one of those today, and it was crazy, man, because we finally got a division win on the season. We beat those dreaded Saints in New Orleans, and you know how much that means to me, beating those dreaded Saints in New Orleans. So for me, Arthur Smith, you have another year where I say you can coach these Atlanta Falcons until next year when, I don't know, until we play them again. So we beat these Saints, and we're going to go from there, man. But today, the Saints defense, I'm not going to lie. Saints have a very, very strong and capable defense. They had 2 sacks from Matt Ryan in the tail end of the fourth quarter. But fortunately, the Falcons are capable of overcoming them. The Falcons offense had 366 yards total, having 332 yards through the air, and only a measly 34 yards rushing, man. That is pathetic. Mike Davis and Cordell Patterson had 9 carries apiece, but they only averaged 1.4 yards and 1.1 yards respectively, man. And that is atrocious. That is no way to run an offense. You're not giving your quarterback any help at all. Cordell Patterson, Mike Davis on the run game. I think we need to get rid of Mike Davis. I'm going to go ahead and say it. We need to go ahead and get rid of Mike Davis. He is causing us too many headaches and problems, man. First of all, do not fumble the ball. Oh my goodness, do not fumble the ball in the fourth quarter in your own red zone before you win the game. Mike Davis, you idiot. You almost cost us this game. You almost cost me a new heart. You know how, I'm getting out of sorts just thinking about it, man. Let me calm back down. Mike Davis, you idiot! Mike Davis, that was something that I don't want to see any Falcons player do whatsoever. Is fumble the ball in our own end zone. So Trevor Siemian, as we saw, is the quarterback that we would like to be playing for the rest of the season. For some reason, if the Cowboys can make a trade for Trevor Siemian, I won't be mad. I won't be mad if the Cowboys started Trevor Siemian out there on the team next week. I won't be mad at that at all. Now, of course, how could I forget? I predicted us to lose this game. And the Falcons, they made me a liar today, man. The Falcons, they made me a liar. And I'm 4-4 on the season on predictions. And these Falcons, man, they continue to surprise me each and every week. They surprise me good and bad. But today, you know, I'm surprised for a change today. You know, I didn't expect us to win. We played Sean Payton and them boys pretty good. Sean Payton, they're always a tough matchup for us. But unfortunately, they had Trevor Siemian as their opposing quarterback. And as you saw, he was He's not as good as Drew Brees or even Jameis Winston. They're a complete team with Trevor Siemian as their quarterback. Of course, Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram taking up the bulk of their offense. They have a stout run offense. They went over 100 yards rushing on us today because that's what the Falcons do. They allow anybody to run up and down on us. They had over 109 rushing on us. But the Falcons defense, they only allowed 267 passing yards. Most of that came in the fourth quarter when the Saints were making a tremendous comeback. And of course, the Falcons defense gave up total 376 yards. That's what the Falcons defense do, man. We just let people run up and down on us. All right, now Big Walk from Atlanta said that pass to Cordell Patterson, that was the longest pass that Matt Ryan has had all season. He's talking about that last pass, the last drive that Matt Ryan threw Cordell Patterson and dropped right in his bread basket. And Cordell Patterson was able to march down to the 11-yard line of the Saints. Oh man, that was amazing to watch. That was amazing. Let's see, what else we gave? Okay, gave the ball to Mike Davis on the 4th and short. That was terrible. We need to get rid of Mike Davis. He's fumbled the ball. He's not good on short yard situations. We need a new every down running back. It's not Mike Davis. Mike Davis might be good for pass blocking, but everything else in between, he is underwhelming. He is underperforming for us as a running back, and you hate to see it, Mike Davis. We thought you were going to come in and be a Mike Turner, but that's obviously not the case. Before I get any further, man, I'm going to introduce our special guest of the evening, man. I know. Let's go ahead and keep it. Let's go ahead and, be wary of everybody's, pride and ego going on here, because, these birds won, but the opposing team, they lost. So, and like I said, he is a New Orleans native, so that means he is a Saints fan. Y'all give it up for Duke Desmond, man. What you got for me, Duke?
Listen, man, I ain't tripping about this.
Oh, really now?
You understand me? Know that. We straight over here. You see what it is. I got it in blood, tattooed in ink. You understand what I'm saying? It's who that for life. It's Saints forever. You understand? Till the casket drop. But, the Falcons, y'all played a hell of a game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all played a hell of a game. Y'all did y'all thing. I can't knock y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all won. Y'all pulled off a good victory. Matt Ryan played, some good ball. But I don't give about the Falcons, to be real. Let's get back to them Saints. We had a lot of injuries. You know what I'm saying? We down a Hall of Fame quarterback. That's all good. That's inevitable. Our starting quarterback is out. That's a part of the game. Our backup, just coming back off a concussion. We dealing with Trevor Siemian. Michael Thomas is out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We shook up a little bit, but we going to be straight. Who that? Little bitty. I'm out in this great state of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta. Well, I'm in the suburbs for real, but it don't matter. I don't give a fuck about them goddamn Falcons. You understand? They know that. Niggas who that? To the white meat. To the bone. You understand? Big Duke. You understand what I'm saying? You see what it is. Yeah. Who that looks? Hey, Patrick. Mother. Who that?
Oh, so that's how we kicking it out, dude. That's how we kicking it out. You just gonna do it like that, dude. You just gonna do it like that. Well, guess what, brother? We beat y'all today. And it's pretty much nothing you can say until the next time we see y'all here in Atlanta. And until then, we gonna continue to brag and boast about us holding this W over y'all. And I'm not gonna continue partying about this until next week. So, what else we got? This was a defensive struggle. Through the first quarter of the game, it was scoreless until the Falcons finally kicked a field goal in the second quarter. But the Saints defense, like I said, man, they're stout. It was hard to move the ball on them through the first portion of the game. But Matt Ryan did his thing today. Now, of course, he took 2 unnecessary sacks today. But for the most part, man, he was balling with his hands in his pants, balling. You know what I mean? Because Matt Ryan, he had 23 completions for 30 attempts, 343 yards, 11.4 yards to throw, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked 2 times, and had a passer rating of 135.8. Matt Ryan, you also had a rushing touchdown, brother. You ran for a touchdown. I thought you was looking like Mike Vick out there, man. The way you was putting some Saints defenders on ice out there. They looked like they had lost their ankles. The way you was dicking and dodging, man. And I love to see that, brother. I love to see the enthusiasm and your will to win for us, man. I love to see that. As people say that you're not a mobile quarterback, you proved them wrong again today, man, because you had a rushing touchdown, you broke ankles, you got first down. Matt Ryan, you are clearly the MVP of the game today. Now, of course, Cordell Patterson, through the pass, Cordell Patterson has 6 receptions for 126 yards. He was averaging 21 yards a catch, no touchdowns, and 6 targets. That means he caught every pass that was thrown to him. Cordell Patterson was Matt Ryan's biggest weapon of the day, but you can't forget Russell Gage. Russell Gage had the most receptions of the day. Russell Gage has 7 receptions for 64 yards, 9.1 yards a catch, no touchdowns, and 8 targets. That means he only dropped 1 pass, but Russell Gage being, since Calvin Ridley was out for us today, he's been Matt Ryan's favorite weapon, and you love to see it. You can't forget the unsung heroes named Amadou Zaccheaus. You can't forget about him, because Amadou Zaccheaus had 3 catches for 58 yards, 19.3 yards a catch, 2 touchdowns, and 3 targets. It means he caught all of his targets, and all of them except for one went for a touchdown. So Amadou Zaccheaus, brother, where have you been all season? Where have you been, Amadou Zaccheaus? You out here balling like this, brother? You balling like this? Oh man, you love to see it. You love to see it. What I love to see more importantly is these unknown players coming to life in the middle portion of the game, showing us they've been here all season. We just have to wake them up. And you love to see it, Amadou Zaccheaus. You love to see it. We love what you're doing, brother. Now let's see what else we got here. Kyle Pitts still emerging as the number 1 option for us on offense. Kyle Pitts had 3 receptions for 62 yards. He was averaging 20.7 yards a catch, 0 touchdowns, and 7 targets, which means that he only caught 3 of the 7 targets that Matt Ryan threw the ball to him. But we have to remember, Kyle Pitts was getting double teamed throughout the majority of the game. He had 1 drop that in the beginning of the game that he probably could have caught, but for the most part, man, those Saints defense, they was all over him. But somehow Matt Ryan was still able to squeeze the ball into his mitts. But as we can see, he's coming along as Matt Ryan's favorite weapon out there. Because as I've been saying, we should structure our offense around Kyle Pitts, and everybody else should feed off of his double teams and his triple teams. So Matt Ryan, you continue doing what you're doing with Kyle Pitts, and we love to see it, man. We love to see it. Now, our defense. There's a lot to talk about with our defense. There's a lot of good and a lot of bad. We gave up too many points in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, of course, but for the most part, we kept the Saints out of the end zone for the first through the third quarters. We kept them out of the end zone. They kicked field goals, and they had to score touchdowns in the last couple seconds to make the game close. So, AJ Terrell, you had 3 pass breakups today. You was flying around like, I don't know, man. You was moving. I'm starting to say you might just be an elite cornerback. You might be a shutdown cornerback, because anytime a quarterback decides to throw the ball to you, brother, the ball ends up on the ground, and the wide receivers end up talking, hey, I thought I was with you. Yeah, I lied. AJ Terrell, we love what you're doing, man. Deion Jones, it's hard talking about you, Deion Jones, because you're a good player, you're very fast, but you miss a lot of tackles. You miss a lot of tackles, and you miss a lot of blown assignments. You had 2 pass deflections today, and you had 1 QB hit. But you had one particular play where Alvin Kamara just completely just trucked you. He just ran right past you for a first down, where you had the opportunities to tackle him behind the line of scrimmage, man. And you're part of the reason why our defense gives up so many touchdowns in the fourth quarter, is because people are able to game plan for you, get you out of position where you're unable to make a play on the ball. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because I want to say that Arthur Smith had a good game plan for the Saints, but until that fourth quarter, the game plan was working to perfection. And up until that fourth quarter, where the offense only had 6 plays, they gave the ball right back to the Saints. The tired Falcons defense went right back onto the field, and they allowed 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Most of the Saints' points came in the fourth quarter, man, and I don't know. Like I said, the offense isn't built to really do a lot of shootouts. Matt Ryan has to pull points out of his rectum every game, and fortunately today he was just able to do that, man. Matt Ryan had a 300+ yard passing game, and like I said, he had a rushing touchdown. So Matt Ryan, he was flying around doing what he does, and you love to see it. Now, of course, we have the Cowboys coming up, and I have a lot of family members who love the Cowboys, so I'm probably gonna be talking a lot of trash about the Cowboys and rubbing it right into those family members' faces. But today was a good day. Atlanta can continue to party after the Braves won the World Series this past weekend. We can continue to party, man. We just went into New Orleans and we won. We coming home with a W, man. So it's been a tumultuous week for us here. You see, I got on my Atlanta Falcons shirt. So, because today was all business. Today was a very, very important business meeting, and the Falcons handled business. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, follow. Thanks to Duke for making a special appearance onto the video today. Shout out to Ace Cole for the music. Y'all come back next Friday for the latest Patrick Seals. How disappointed the Atlanta Falcons gonna make me. I'll be back next week, man. Peace! Rise up, baby.